Hey everybody, welcome to another video. Today's podcast episode. I'm very pleased to have guest on here, Miles, my good friend. Uh, Side note, Miles does have a twin, so if you see him in a future episode, just know that it's not a clone. He has a twin. So just putting it out there. First, before I get into any of the topics, throughout this hectic year and this crazy 8 months that we're in August now. How have you been?
I mean, I've been good. I mean, just again with everything going on, like just with COVID and just again like with the whole Black Lives Matters like thing going right now is very emotional, but like it's teaching you also on like what not and what to do. So that's also a good thing. But overall, I've been good. I mean, yeah. How about you? You doing good, right?
Pretty good, pretty good. I definitely agree with you with the whole Black Lives Matter movement.
Mhm.
Definitely been emotional. I think America is finally, I won't say waking up, but the technology now is exposing more, what it's all
Mhm.
been. So I definitely hear you. It's definitely been crazy for everybody. I think I don't think anybody has had just a smooth and easy year. So it's definitely this year has definitely been one in the making. One in the making.
Yeah. One We're gonna be in like history books, man. Like it's gonna be
Oh
crazy.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
Golly.
They're gonna be like, y'all had to wear masks. What?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just saying 6 feet apart. Like, oh god, it's gonna be crazy.
Why do you think uh, black culture or if you do think this, why do you think black culture is so sacred to protect at all costs?
Well, I mean, cause like from everyone else in the world right now, especially like black people, like we're different from everyone else. Like that's just how it is. Like from early times to just now in like modern, like it's kind of hard to say it in words, but from from I'm turning the question into an answer, but like we are a different kind of people that honestly that we need to take care of ourselves better, but we need to also like just what we're doing now fight, and that's why I think it's sacred to protect because again we're just a different group of people and we're not safe out there right now. Like it's just crazy with everything going on with the black culture.
I mean, I see what you're trying to say. It's like
Yeah.
black culture is very exposed and it's
Hmm.
vulnerability, and it's like it's the time. It's hard to teach your kid like have to do this because like I'm just using it as an example because your kid's gonna be like, why do I have to do this? This doesn't make sense. Sally, my classmate, doesn't have to take these precautions, but I do, and it's just like all you can say to them is like that's just the way it is, but it
Yeah.
shouldn't be like that.
Exactly. Like it's just like for someone I was working with today at for UNH band camp, like it's like we had a white kid say, why why is it okay for you guys to say the N word with the A, but when I say it, it's wrong. But
Yeah.
like yeah, like we say it and like I don't think we should say it as often as we do. But like that gives you no right to say that. And like with this is like a different topic, but it's just but it's but it's like ignorant people like that who describe America and how it is right now and why it's going down and why I don't feel safe low key honestly.
Yeah.
But
One of my friends was talking about how the back to your point, the word is I don't. She was saying like she didn't understand the fascination of wanting to say this word, and
yeah.
And here's my take on it, and I agree with her when she said this. She said that it's not your job, meaning you as black people, to police and teach or educate somebody on
Mhm.
something they could do themselves. Quite frankly, we have more than enough technology today to
Yeah.
look up literally anything. Google has literally you can look up pretty much anything and it'll give you an answer. If you want to look up the origin of the word, that's on you. If you don't want to do your research, you don't want to look up the origin, and you want to continue to say it, that's your choice. But
Exactly.
you're going to continue to be, ignorant in your words.
Mm-hmm. Like it's like because you were in the band when it was Pride of Dixie, right?
Yeah, yeah,
People didn't want to do their research about what it truly meant back then,
yeah.
and people, especially like who marched the band back then, are still kind of mad about it that it's called Marching Pride now instead of Pride of Dixie. But again, they don't realize on what Dixie means to African Americans, and but again, it's just ignorant people who don't.
It ties into the Confederate flag, which is
Yeah.
a whole nother topic. But I mean, we can talk about it. We have no limit. I have no limits on topics. But the Confederate flag, to me, personally, is a sign of slavery. I mean, listen. Yes, your forefathers might have fought, for the Confederate flag. But you have to understand that the Confederate flag was not for all people.
Yeah.
On the same land, but not everybody was treated. We lived in a time where the Declaration of Independence. This really happened. The Declaration of Independence stated all men are created equal. Yet, Black people and other indigenous people were considered 1/3 of human.
Mm-hmm.
So all men were not created equal. So that debunked that theory. And there's a whole list of that going on. So
yeah, but yeah, like what you said about the Confederate flag is totally correct. Like it's like to me still today, like when I see it passing down the road, like getting here, like I always see one on the road, like at someone's house. But it's like I just get mad every time I see it, like sigh, because it's not a good feeling to me. But those people who have it up might have some kind of culture with it, but it's not a good culture. It's a racist culture that I think should change. But sometimes you like can't change history, but
yeah, good or bad history, you cannot change it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the sad truth.
Yeah, sad truth.
In your opinion, why do you think the media portrays Black people rioting more so than them actually protesting peacefully?
Well, like it's just something that they want to put on the news that is more exciting to people. Like even some Black people who don't because like there are some Black people who like don't agree with this Black Lives Matter thing. That's just how it is. But like
Yeah.
how like CNN and Fox News and stuff like that like put us out there as that we're doing something bad and not good. Like they don't get like our peaceful protests, but they get us looting a Target. And I understand that's not representing Black people good, but like how they only post us like rioting and like setting fires is besides like again the peaceful protests. Like it's it's just wrong, and I don't know, but how they make us feel about like on the news is very just untrue and just ignorant about how they put us out there. But like it's just making us to white people feel it's making them look at us like more of a threat now instead of an actual like person.
Yeah.
And yeah, go ahead.
In no, that was good. That was real good. In the news, just like everything else in the past, 30, 40 years,
Yeah.
have changed. The news is one of them. The news has turned into weather information, current events that might be going on, in the stock market or whatever, business related stuff. It has now transitioned mainly into, I won't say drama, but there's a word for it. I can't think of it right now, but it's turned into entertainment, I guess,
Yeah.
in a sense of not good entertainment, like entertainment as in. That's why I didn't want to say drama because it's not necessarily drama, but if the media is constantly portraying a certain group of people as rioters, and that you're missing the entire picture. First of all, let me
Exactly.
just say that to those, and it's not just black people rioting, by the way. There's actually other white people too. So,
Yeah.
but they're doing it for the wrong reason. But that's a whole nother topic. But it's not the rioting. I personally, I am not for the rioting. I don't prefer rioting
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
its definition.
Like,
Protesting, yes, peacefully
mhm.
protesting, but rioting, like it doesn't make sense to me that you would burn down a store or burn businesses that have literally nothing to do with the cause at
Mhm.
especially, and it hurts more when it's a black-owned business.
Yes.
You're shooting yourselves in the foot.
Hmm.
There's no point in you stealing. You're just using this opportunity to loot. And,
Exactly.
but
And sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, and like what you said earlier, like it's not just black people, but it's white
Yeah.
people too, and
Mm-hmm.
they're doing it for just just to steal or just to have fun and riot. Like, and then like they don't get them doing it, but CNN and like Fox News and whatever, they get us doing it,
Yeah.
and that's just them again making us look bad, and that we're not taking this Black Lives Matter thing seriously. And I think it's just very stupid. But yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the media is a the media are phenomenal marketers.
Yeah,
They have it packed down. So they're able, and I'm not bashing the media. It is,
yeah.
but there are certain media sources that intentionally, a lot of cases, do publicize a certain group of people negatively. They do
Hmm.
that, unfortunately. And that's a sad truth.
Hmm.
So how do you think 2020 has changed you?
Well, yeah, because January it was okay. I mean, we're like no matter what, like America and like even the world is still kind of like not the best right now. But like 2020 for me and how it's changed me. I mean, just again like my safety. Honestly, it's changed how I view the world from back then to now. I kind of viewed the world back then, like last year in 2018, like kind of not still not safe, but I had a lot more fun because again, it's just mask and social distancing crap now. But again, like for me, it's changed on how I view America and how we're handling things right now. Because even with like COVID, like we're not handling COVID well right now. Like Alabama is a hot spot.
And
Yeah. It's like us in Florida, I think right now it's like the two biggest states that are like exposed with it. And like Trump said this the other day, like in an interview, but he was like, someone asked him that we have 1,000 Americans like per week that die from the virus, and he was like, "Yes, I understand, but it is what it is." I was like, "It is what it is." That's like that's your people dying like from a virus that you don't care about. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like it's we have an idiot, a child in office right now, and I think that and
sorry for
like
laughing.
no, it's all good. And like
Yeah.
honestly, from like how it is now, he's probably gonna get elected into office. Let's just be honest. Like, if all of his supporters, like, he's probably gonna get reelected. But for right now, like again, we have an idiot in office, and it's just he's immature, and he's just not taking it seriously because people are dying from this, and I don't think he sees that. But it's whatever.
And man, that I'm definitely gonna jump on that. I'm I ain't letting that go. But to the question, I think I think 2020 has changed us all in a different way. Hopefully, I hope we all, as just people in general, take it as a positive outlook, and then not in the sense of like you had a great year, but in the sense of that you learned something. Sometimes, bad things that happen to you, they're learning moments and they're life lessons, and you should take them and then run with them, not try to bury them.
Yeah.
Forget 2020. I hope we go into 2021 and the new upcoming years.
Mhm.
Oh, I did this in 2020. I'm not going to do this again, because I learned my lesson. Should
Yeah.
things of that nature. So I think 2020, although it has definitely been a roller coaster in January. We lost Kobe and his
Yeah.
along with the other passengers on the helicopter. That was tragic. Did not see that coming. Um, and then
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry, but from what you were saying about Kobe, like no one saw that coming, and that's just it was wild seeing that on the news. Like, yeah, it was crazy.
yeah, it took a couple of days to process that. Like
Hmm.
actually process that this man and his daughter went out to get
Hmm.
pets. That it was hard. My entire family told me like it was hard to process that. And then Pop Smoke was murdered in his own home. Turns out he was our age. He was 20.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't know he was 20. I didn't know he was that young. And then March, of course, coronavirus
Hmm.
zone, and it has still been here. And it actually could have been, erased had we just taken the right protocols, safety protocols. But back to your point, we do have an idiot in office.
Yeah.
Words, but I would agree with your words. We have I would say, and I'll add on to that, we have a delusional leader,
Hmm.
because, and we have delusional his companions, his people underneath him. They're also delusional. They're all following him like he's this, I don't know, like he's this god or something. But they're all
Hmm.
following him. Like,
And like and right now he's like focused on banning TikTok, and people are like mad about that. And like I understand, but it's just an app, honestly. But like I understand why certain people don't like that. But it's like he's more focused on that than the COVID or like the Black Lives Matter movement. Like he made a whole news press about that, about how TikTok's gonna get banned. And you need to focus more on your country that you're running. Like how are we gonna make COVID go away, or like take like the safety and turn it into a cause instead of having more people die every day.
yeah,
Like,
he's but this is what he does. He's
yeah, yeah.
He's a reality show. He's a walking reality TV series. So he treats the presidency as such, and he took that with him in office. He didn't let it go. He took the
Mhm.
reality show type mess, I would say, because it's not entertaining at all. I don't find it entertaining at all.
Yeah. Oh.
Slightest, no, it's not cute. It's in any way. He's taken that
Mhm.
presidency and he has publicly displayed that, and everybody's all just like, okay, not everybody, but a lot of these political leaders are just like, you know what? Trump is 100% right. We're gonna follow his lead, and we're gonna. This here's what trips me out. This is the kicker right here. We have politicians that actually think they know more than medical professionals who have spent 8 to 12 plus years in school directly associated with this virus. And yes, this virus is new, but
Mhm.
I'd rather trust someone who has dealt with and studied and spent hours upon hours working on medicine related to this virus than a
Mhm.
politician who has no type of sense or no type of concrete idea of what do you even know. I'm speaking to a politician. Do you even know the origin of this virus? Do you even know that?
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. Like you can't be saying all this and then trying to make us better if you have no idea what's going on yourself. Like he does not care. He has no idea what's going on. Cause like again, his words, it is what it is. From 1,000 people a week, nine. Like it's just that tells you on how much he doesn't care, and like that person that who he is. And it's just it's very astonishing that people want this man in office again or before. And
These governors are, and this just was trippy. These governors are just like, well, the kids are going to get, and this is the schools reopening thing. The kids are going to get sick anyway.
no, they like there's a picture of a high school in Georgia. I think it's I forgot, but they were in like this tight in like high schools have like these tight hallways that people
Yeah,
can barely get through.
yeah,
They
yeah.
were all jumbled up in there, barely
Yep.
any people wearing masks,
Mhm.
no 6 feet. Like I'm like,
It's like it's like this analogy. It's like, okay, so you have like so you have a plate, right?
mhm,
You're trying to I guess put a covering on, like a Ziploc covering, like plastic wrap.
yeah,
So you want to put it in the fridge so that way the plate stays clean for the morning.
mhm.
Instead of putting the entire plastic wrap, which is the smartest idea, because you don't want any fingerprints on the plate, you instead take a napkin, tear it in half, and just put it on the plate.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
what do you what is this?
That
What is this? Like, that's no, that's not a covering. That's a cloth. That's a piece.
yeah. That's a
Seriously.
that's not going to help it at all. That's
And
and like that's another thing with like this. Like honestly, I don't think schools should reopen. Honestly, that's just me. Like for high school, like honestly, it really doesn't matter. I mean, but for like college, I do understand like because like you want to get that experience in college and like meet people and like have the college life, but like it's but I'm more worried about my safety than to meet new people and stuff like that. Like,
this
yes,
why I don't want to meet any new people.
like yes, like I do miss campus. I do miss walking around, and I do miss like the marching band football games. But like, I don't want to take a chance on getting sick. Like, cause like some of these people aren't gonna be wearing masks. I'm gonna be taking it seriously. Like, and like you've seen like the inside of like bib grades, right? Like those classrooms aren't big enough
Yeah.
for us to safely like 6 feet apart. It's
Yeah, there's just no you're absolutely right. There's no safety. I can't believe I'm having to if somebody of my I have literally no education. If I were to stop school right now, my
mm,
degree would be a diploma, a high school diploma.
mhm.
If I can figure out and understand that schools reopening is probably not the smartest idea,
Yeah.
surely people anyway. But back to your point on the fact that not enough protocol is being taken into account is
Mm,
really shows you how I would say how high and how boosted our ego and self esteem is. Our me, the United States, because if you remember back in February, even March, we could have easily been smart and seen all these other countries across the globe like, oh, we need to take this seriously.
mhm.
Now we are literally the last. We ended up. It's like the turtle and the hare. We were the hare. We were doing so good.
Yeah.
We were ready. And then turtle came up, crept up behind us. Now we got to play catch up.
Yeah, exactly. Like even like Alabama, like we were the lowest state
Yes.
with the virus, and like now
Yes.
since I guess like everyone saw that,
Yeah.
we're like they weren't wearing masks, probably going out and doing other crap, but like now we're like one of the highest states in the country with the virus, and like it's just not we're not being smart as a
Yep.
country, as a state. We're like not being smart in general with like how we're handling this. And like I understand with like companies, like people need to work. I understand that because I work at Walmart right now, and like I want to make money. Um, so I do understand like the reopenings of like restaurants and stuff like that, but I don't agree with like dine in. It's just like with us in school. I don't agree with us going back in class. Like it should just be like with restaurants, like takeout. And for us, it's like just be online, not in class. But
We're not saying, yeah, we're not saying stop the world. We're just saying reinforce more rules. Safety.
yeah,
Like that's it. You know, we're not asking you to stop it. Stop the economy. That's not what we're asking. Just if
exactly.
we would have maybe in a classroom that were more spread out. Maybe if you can't do that, maybe have sanitizers in different corners and different parts of the classroom stands. Maybe maybe the teacher can have like gloves and
Mhm.
something. Uh, Now, I do agree with everything can't be online in the sense of like labs. Like it's gonna be hard for labs to be online. So I get that part. But I mean the rest of these classes,
Yeah.
surely you can move your, but that's a different topic for a different day, of course. If there was one thing you could become, you could be, what would it be?
Well, I have like two answers, but like if I really want to become something to like change things, I
Hmm?
would become in like an influencer. Just like how like what you're doing right now. Like you're
Okay, yeah,
you're like influencing people because like you're posting these on YouTube. You're like, talking to people about these topics
yeah,
that everyone needs to hear on the like it's about Black Lives Matter. How has 2020 changed you? Like stuff that you've already asked me. Um, but what you're doing is like what I would like to become, like influence people to,
sure,
like hear what I have to say.
yeah,
Like instead of being like quiet and shut down, having a bigger voice would help. So these ignorant people out here can hear what I am saying. But yeah, um, I think as like a black community, like we all can do this and speak out now, so people can definitely hear our voices instead of
mm,
kind of mellow. And like if you see like the news, like we like what like the good parts, like there's a protest here in Florence, Alabama, like for the statue that they're trying to
yeah,
move. And we there was someone I was talking, it was a black man about he was speaking some very good words about why this should be taken down, why we are having this protest, why we are all here right now.
yeah.
Like that's that's who I want to become. Is a like more confident person and influencer. So yeah.
Yeah, I definitely. And here's my thing, and I'll
Mhm.
answer the question in a minute. But here's my thing: if you have a platform, use it. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be the biggest thing on the internet to speak.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
I'm literally, to most people, I'm just like another black kid. But if you have a platform, which should be everybody, use it to your advantage. You don't have to
Yeah.
do whatever you got to do. Just use it to your, but don't waste it. That's my thing. I don't like wasting things. Like, and I can see that something as simple as like in my room, like back at home, I try to
Mhm.
use every space in my room just because I don't like to waste things. And so
Yeah.
I definitely, I appreciate you saying that you want to be an influencer. I would say for me, try to become one thing, it would probably be what I'm trying to become now, which is like a motivator. That's
Yeah.
my ultimate goal, like in life. My ultimate goal is some type of motivator in some aspect. I don't know what that is yet. Hopefully, I'll find it, in the near future. But just to be some type of motivator to people, I want to inspire people. I want to inspire people to aspire to become something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
To me, is like that's my joy. I don't know why. I don't care why. I'm just glad that I have it. I
Mhm.
that I just go or have that desire and passion. I want to inspire people to aspire to have them inspired to become the best version of themselves.
Yeah.
That's what everybody should be doing. So I
Mhm.
definitely say some type of motivator, some type of inspirer. That's not a word. Inspirers. You know what I'm trying to say. But
Yeah. Yeah.
person who inspires other people.
Yeah. Like and you're like different variations too, because like one, you're a black teenager.
Yeah.
Two, you're in college, and like see like those two things like you don't see a lot of like black kids in college. Like there are a lot of black people in college, but you mainly see us like either dropping out of high school or dropping out of college, and like it's it's sad to see that you don't see a lot of black people graduating college or high school. But that's one way how you can motivate people to, you know, like I made it. Like I am in college. I'm doing my best. And like it's not just to like black kids, to like other people too. Like and just like again like those 2 points, and I think that you're a great example for being a motivator. So yeah, that's good for you.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
Let me say this. Since you hyping me up, since you hyping me up, let me hype you up for a minute.
No, man.
No, I really appreciate
Yeah, of course.
you and Jared. Jared, for those of you who don't know, is his twin, as I mentioned before. But you and Jared, you both are, yes, you both are twins, but you both clearly display different uniqueness between each other, and both of you are very funny, great people. But you're you're two different kinds of great people, and it's crazy how that sounds, but it's like it's something that like you don't see a lot, and just in twins. So
Thanks, man. Thank you. I
yeah,
appreciate
man.
that. It's like I think definitely in like today's age, we do need more motivators.
Yeah,
Like and just when people I've seen on like social media, like Instagram, even like TikTok, about people doing like motivating type things, like posts and like stories and stuff like that. Like I think those, because like again, like what you said earlier, like we have the technology to basically do anything or like search up anything now. Like I think those those platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and etc. should be should be more useful to helping our society, our generation, instead of making us look dumb. Cause like the older generation, are we Z? I keep forgetting about that. I think
we are Z. We're Generation Z is Gen Z is 95 to 2012.
gotcha.
We are Z.
Um, but, my parents have been telling me this for like being on my phone too much, that like your generation is like always on your phone, like get off your phone, like go read a book. Like I understand that, but um like this is a form of like power now. Like you can do
Yeah,
again anything. You can say
yeah,
anything, you can post anything, you can look up anything. But again, like I'm just like repeating what you said. Like we can use this to our advantage a lot more often. And I think as this generation, we're just using it for clout or just to post dumb things. But
yeah.
we can like speak our word out there. We can do things like what you're doing right now. We can definitely help our society and country be a better place.
Absolutely. Jared and Miles are so uniquely twins, and if you don't mind me sharing this on here,
Go
uh,
ahead.
Jared came out. His brother, his twin, came out a couple, I would say a month or two ago, a couple months ago. Can't remember exactly. And I was just explaining to Miles how uniquely and how just they're these. Let me explain to you. These two people are probably the most greatest personalities that I've probably ever met thus
Thank
far.
you, man.
Like, and here's the thing: even though they're twins, they're both unique, different, and it's crazy how you have first of all two twins that are different, but at the same time they both have a good personality. But those two good personalities are also different. To trips me out, and that's what I initially think of when I think of Miles and Jared, or Jared and Miles. I think good personalities, but they're different. They're twins, but they act different. They're twins, but they think differently, but they also end up on the same page. They still love each other no matter what. Of course, the twins. So it's like it's really a good relationship, and I'm honestly jealous because like I have an older brother, but at the same time, I wish when I was younger that I wanted a twin. Like I was at that me and my brother were different physically, but looking back on it now, it would be nice to have somebody to resemble you, to understand to understand you. I'm sure you go through times where like you're like, or he comes to you, he's like, I'm going through this problem. You're like, you know what? I feel that, because
Yeah.
I relate to you. So that,
It's
that's nice.
like me and Jared, like we definitely have fought. Like when it's
Yeah,
like and or like just
yeah, yeah,
or like but at the end, like we're like on the same page. We like say we're sorry. We talk to each other about literally like everything. Like if it's about like band or like school or like with him coming out, like we talk about literally everything. And I remember when we were like 12 years old, we were in the car. We like just got done like fighting each other like in the house, and we just started crying and we hugged each other in the car. We were like we're
yeah.
sorry, and like still to this day, like I remember that every time we fight now, I look back on that and just how good of a relationship we have. Because like relationships aren't always going to be like solid and tight and like
Yeah,
in a
absolutely. Yeah,
that's why I think honestly me and Jared have a very good relationship and like in relative and like twins. Yeah. But I
absolutely.
appreciate
Well,
that, man. Thank
yeah, man, no problem. Well, now you can do the whole, twin power activate.
you.
Yeah. All right, guys, that is the end of this video. Thank you, Miles, for joining me in this podcast episode today. For
Of
my
course.
out there, like and comment down below. Tap that bell for notifications and subscribe to the Dream King channel for future videos.